Hey, it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio and RallyPoint.com. We're at the Maritime College in Throgs Neck, New York, and a chance to talk to the head football coach who is 1-0. That is Vincent Digaetano. And, Coach, you took your team up to Maine, long bus trip up there, came away with a win. What was the day like?
I mean, it was an outstanding experience for our guys. I think it was a real testament to everything that they were able to do in camp in a short period of time. I think coming away with a win is always a great piece. Coming away with your first win of the season is always a great victory within itself. But just proud of the way we handled ourselves and just every facet of the trip, from our ride up there to our pregame prep to our stay in a hotel and ability to go ahead and execute on the field. There's always corrections to be made, but incredibly proud of the way that we handled it, and then came back and were able to celebrate the victory.
Well, that is an achievement to go on the road opening day and do well. Maybe we'll start with your offense. Maybe describe some of your key performers on your offensive team.
Well, I think it's all starts really where we're able to go ahead and talk about the decision maker, which was Tommy Wright on the week. He was able to go ahead and really execute very well. He was recognized by the conference, by the ECFC conference, as the offensive player of the week, which is definitely outstanding. And he was able to distribute the ball all over the place. We had a pretty balanced attack. In the run game, having Billy Patsakos and Khalil Lewin and have Nick Mormon each receive carries and be able to diversify within Coach Benoit's scheme. And then he was able to distribute in the pass, and it was pretty balanced, I think, more than anything else, which I think we were most proud of, which is the ability to distribute the ball and not just rely just on one person. And that's really, I think, one of the staples that we've been looking at is our ability to just be able to diversify within what we do. And then I felt that we were well coached up front, and we were able to go ahead and continue to progress. Obviously, there's mistakes that are made, and that's why we continue to practice. And we'll be looking to go ahead and get a little bit better this week too.
Absolutely. Well, a win start by good defense in football, almost in any sport. Tell us a little bit about some key playmakers on your defense.
Really, I think a lot of it starts with leadership too. And two of our captains being on the defensive side of the ball, Peyton Campbell and Liam Bailey, were really able to be pretty disruptive within the scheme. Peyton had a few sacks, a lot of hurries, was able to really rattle some of the things that were able to happen in there. Coach Basil did an outstanding job of putting them in the right place. But you really saw that there was an overall effort from everybody there, able to really tackle well, which is something that we were able to really, really work on in the short period of time that we've been together. Proud of our guys for ability to fit things up and ability to finish and really fight to do things like connect to ball carriers and accelerate and finish tackles, which was key. And then Liam Bailey was able to kind of really be able to go ahead and control a lot of the things that happened out there too. But beyond that, I think our secondary did a nice job of dealing with a little bit of a change up. They were a triple option for a very long time, and came out and they ran something different, and we were able to adjust on the fly and trust the coaches and trust each other, and then ultimately make those decisions to execute a little bit better too.
Yeah, I got to ask you, what offense did they go to out of the moving away from the triple option?
They were a little bit more spread. They were a little bit more, throw the ball around a little bit and try to go ahead and create some spacing with them too. So fortunately for us, we see it every day with ourselves. So in camp, it was probably the best time that we can see it. But that's what opening days are about. Opening days are about a little bit about surprises. Anything's possible. You can prepare for kind of anything. And it was helpful to be able to go ahead and be able to work against our offense every day, which is a pretty easy adjustment for our players just after the beginning of preparation for the week, mentally, to be able to go ahead and trust one another and execute.
And maybe mention key performers, kickers, punters on special teams.
Absolutely. And Ian Zemsky did a great job. He struggled a little bit on the extra points, but he was able to get our first points of the season, which was key. And he's really, really a kid who's really devoted to make sure he improves on that. And then Gags was our freshman punter, was able to pin them down inside the 5-yard line at least twice during the portion of the game, which was key. And our long snapper, Kevin Poissant, really did a great job. And he was able to actually excellent snapping, was able to down the ball there. And actually our players recognized one of our guys, Rob Wheeler, year, who was one of our corners on special teams, as kind of like our player of the game, our internal player of the game. And really, the biggest thing was when the captains recognized him, they said he was outstanding on special teams, which was great to hear because they really were able to not only look at the offense and defensive side of the ball, but really look at all three phases of the game, which was outstanding leadership on their end.
And, Coach, you have one of your big days of the year coming up Friday night when you host Mass Maritime, a big rivalry between the two Maritime academies, and you got a special trophy you play for. Tell us a little bit about what the fans will see when they come down Friday night here to the Maritime College.
Well, it's an outstanding rivalry. I'm fortunate enough to be there when we started it back in 2006 as an industry rivalry between the two, and really be able to play for a charter bowl. A lot of times it was our kickoff to the year, so it's great to be able to go ahead and have those industry rivals that come in, schools that are really kind of like going to be out there in industry with our players and with our student athletes when they graduate. So it's going to be a real competitive game. It really is not one of those games where you have to look at records and you have to look at past history. Each year is something that's going to be extremely competitive. It's really going to go down to the wire. We fully anticipate that is something we're preparing our guys for this week. But on a side note to it too, it's just an outstanding respect amongst the two schools because we've gone against each other for so many times. As a matter of fact, the first coach outside of the coaches that are a part of our program, the first coach that even called me to contact me upon getting this position was Jeremy Cameron, which I have outstanding respect for what he's done with his program. And some of his coaches that I happen to know, heard from them. They were the first ones on our schedule to even call and congratulate and wish us well in a short period of time. So it's a great opportunity for us to compete. It's a great opportunity for us to challenge each other. But again, there is still within that outstanding respect from program to program and from coach to coach and player to player.
Absolutely, two fine Maritime colleges. And 7 o'clock here at the Maritime College, the Chowder Bowl between Mass Maritime College of State University of New York. Great day for fans to come out and watch a fine college football game.
Thank you, yeah. And again, thank you, Ken, and thank you for everybody who keeps continuing to support us. And we hope to see everybody at the game.
Absolutely. Coach Vincent Digaetano, the head coach at Maritime College. Best wishes from everybody at the American Legion and RallyPoint.com. This is Ken Kraetzer at the State University of New York at Maritime in Throgs Neck, New York.